So look what I found. This is about Dad's, we call it social work, and I guess social work might mean something different. Autobiography. Oh my God, by Stephen Orang. I was born in California, but after World War II, we were brought up in the Washington, D.C. area. My parents had been teachers, but after the war, my father began working for the Department of State. That's disinformation. That's all he's allowed to say. I attended the first 11 grades in Arlington, Virginia. My childhood interests were rather typical. Baseball, at which I was never very good, scouts, collecting everything, stamps, coins, comics, fossils, and much reading. When my father was sent overseas for 2 years, I went along. I was lucky enough to finish high school near London, England. I was quite active here, editing the school paper and being treasurer at the local teenage club. During my senior year, our class hosted Belgian students in our home, and we stayed with them in turn when we visited Brussels for the World's Fair. This and other experiences I wrote up for an American high school magazine, local school events I covered for newspapers circulated among Americans in Europe. Summertime I toured Scotland with my parents. I began college in Munich, Germany, at an American college offering day classes. I took school tours of Germany, Austria, Italy. Also, I won school essay contest and later edited the literary magazine. My father's tour of duty over, I finished my BA at George Washington University in Washington, D.C. I was interested in writing still, majoring in English, writing a few things for the school paper. Though I had worked in government offices during summers, after my junior year, I took a new kind of job, door-to-door selling. This quite broadened my outlook on people and showed me more than anything had before that I enjoyed watching and causing human motivation. I had sensed this also from journalism, where I seemed to enjoy experiencing things or talking with people more than writing down what I experienced or heard. But after graduation, I found most of the writing jobs available were solitary and menial, whereas an insurance job investigating accidents promised constant contact with people. I quite enjoyed the surface of the job, interviewing all types of persons, laborers, particularly of minority groups, injured in industrial accidents, witnesses, police, injured persons in hospitals, contractors, storekeepers. I really enjoyed this lateral contact with people, relating different persons in different jobs. After a brief Air Force stint, active duty for the reserves, I visited California where I'd spent vacations visiting relatives. I entered selling at this time. I represented an insurance company to its agents, encouraging these agents to sell more accident and health insurance. For instance, I encouraged them to sell group plans to chambers of commerce members and spoke at some chamber meetings. Soon after, I found a better sales opportunity, more responsibility, and took it. I was the Northwest representative for a ball bearings firm serving the auto parts trade. I covered 4 states. I found the auto parts people, no matter what their income, to be rural, non-college men, often 2 times my age. They spoke mainly in blunt, concrete words. To talk on their level without imposing my own was challenging but difficult. As with claims adjusting, my interest in selling was that of motivating people. Selling intensified this till I realized I needed more chance to motivate than even selling could provide. For one thing, selling takes you deeply into another person, but narrowly. The wider person you ignore, concentrating on the part of him that relates to your product. I have too much curiosity about the whole person. Secondly, I felt the business goals were not significant enough. I felt that I could motivate people more importantly than I was doing. So I switched. Casework seemed like a logical part for the person with no background in the humanitarian fields. Unfortunately, it has been... Oh, see, why is it doing this twisty thing? There. Is that better? I don't know. I'm annoyed as hell. Okay, I'll just take a break.